Hello everybody, how's it going? It's Aaron here. I am the owner of DirtCat Creations and everything DirtCat that you may see online on YouTube with my monster balls. I am asking the magical 8-bit ball to see if my 3D pen would blow up in my hand. Luckily it said don't count on it. So I felt very, very reassured. I know I used that for a joke. As you can see here, I am extruding the white filament from the factory to what they use to test the 3D pen. And here I am just starting to mess around with it, checking out to see if it's hot, and yes, it is hot. 3D pen is just like a glue gun, but with plastic filament. And with molten plastic, it can leave some burn marks, so please do be careful. I do not recommend this for children. Pretty much for the ages of teenagers on up, or at least with an adult supervisual guidance. See here, I'm messing around with the speed because it was a little slow and it was starting to get those odd tail ends that's coming out, and this is a huge learning experience because this is my first time ever messing with a 3D pen, because I want to eventually get a 3D printer for my dioramas, but I wanted to learn more about the 3D pen so that way I could use other factors from said 3D pen for my dioramas in the future. And I'm checking to see if it's hot, and yes, it is hot. These will leave at least first, second, or third degree burns. As I said, it's just like a glue gun. Yes, hello. What I pretty much found out is using a silicone top like this really does help out. And also too with a wax paper to place over whatever drawing that you may use, so that way it does not stick onto a normal piece of paper. Now it may stick a little on silicone, but I'm not sure if it either depends on the heat of the gun, or just the filament, or just, the texture. I decided to go ahead and make a 3D cube, because, it's pretty much just simple and basic, and it's always a good learning experience. And I learned that from art school a little bit, when I did some college. And of course, too, you also learn it at a young age in school. So I kind of used some very, very fundamental basics. And I'm the kind of person that's hugely interested in any kind of technology. And this deeply fascinated me. This overture did not come with the pen. In fact, it came with a spool wheel with a plant-based filament, which I do highly recommend. Which not only is it good for the environment, but it's also good for you, so it's not as toxic. So that way you don't get no harmful vapors off of this. Now I do recommend on using the 3D pen in a very well ventilated area, because the plastic will stink. And if you haven't already, if you've gotten this far, please do subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. It would be deeply wonderful if I can get this channel growing, because a person does need to survive and grow, and also provide for their family, especially after the odd times of 2020. And plus too, I also want to turn this into a type of home business in the future, along with some other factors placed in. Skipping ahead in the video, I am so proud of this 3D cube, even though it looks like it came out of some abomination's yard that was grown from some sort of a seed. Well, at least it's my abomination, and I'm very proud of this said abomination. And here I am welding the gaps, that way it's more structurally sound. I wasn't too worried about this being very rough-edged because you can go through this, your structure like with a hot gun, smooth it out, or like a little hand tool or a Dremel, whatever you decide to choose. But this, I just kind of spruced it up a little bit, and it was okay afterwards. And if anyone else is wondering, yes, I did speed up the video a little bit, so that way it was not too lengthy, because these are snippets from my Twitch livestream. And I do try to go live between 6:20 p.m. to 7:40 p.m. Great Mountain Time, U.S. Standard. See here, I'm already doing some kind of advanced techniques, because I watched some videos and see how they use this. Yeah, see, I was a little too slow there. Because you have to do that pretty fast. Yeah, see, I corrected myself on the next one. I was having so much fun. When you use the 3D pen, you have to be extremely careful with it. Because it is a tool that you need to respect, because it does produce a lot of heat. A lot of heat in order to, to melt the plastic that goes through it. So it can burn and hurt you. And also to keep animals away from this, because we need to have our furry little lovable family members safe and sound. Just messing around a little bit, just pressing on it to see how it is. It cools down at a normal pace. It stays hot for like maybe a good 2 or 3 seconds, but then after that it just cools down rapidly, and it just stays warm for a little bit. Then it loses all of its thermal collectiveness that's from the heat gun aspect. Again, this is like a glue gun, but you're messing with plastic filament. But I don't think glue guns can exactly do this sort of thing. But if they can, you could probably modify them in some way, shape, or form. But that's none of my business, because I don't know how to do such a thing. I'm still very happy about it. Inspecting my cube of joy. And while I'm doing this, I'm still trying to find some method that may work for me, because everyone has their own methods. And here I am extracting the filament. You have to make sure the entirety of the filament is out, as you can see, or else clogging will happen. In order to put your filament back in, it must be cut at a straight edge instead of an angle, because the angle kind of causes some issues, especially when with the motor. And here I am opening up the next spool. This 3D pen came with 3 colors, blue, yellow, and red. And I decided to use them up first before I decided to use the giant spool that I bought. And if you are curious, I can list this down in the description. They are not endorsing me or sponsored me in any way, shape, or form. I'll just list this 3D pen on down in the description to those that are curious on what brand that I use. And please, as I've said before, please do subscribe. I know people watch these but that don't subscribe. It would be deeply appreciated to help me to survive and thrive here online and on YouTube, because I would love to provide for my family more. And I also would love to give back to the community someday. going back to the box, I decided to mess around with it just a little bit more. As you can see, I'm kind of gotten faster with my motions with my hand. But it's not perfect. Even now, I'm still learning. And I think I kind of got it down to a T. As you can see here, that's the kind of motion that you need to do. So that way nothing clogs up, so that way it's all nice and smooth. But it's a huge, huge learning curve. So please be patient and take lots of practice when learning your 3D pen like how I am. And here I am, extracting the filament. I decided to get on camera this time to show everybody on what it's like. There. It'll look just like that. There'll be some left over in the chamber because, you know, the heat has it clogged up in here. That's where I was trying to see if it would come out more. But I put in a new filament, the red, in the final one. Because it will take a little bit to actually get it out. As you can see, it kind of stuck to the end there. So I just, you know, just kind of pushed it out a little bit more with the button. And there is a speed dial. As you can see, I kind of went a little too fast with it. Now it's just messing around at this point. And then this, I was trying to do some odd doodle by stand-up pillars. I did a little round cylindrical base and just kind of did a stand-up pillar just to try to, you know, just to mess around, to see what I could do. And one last notion, right here. Please do subscribe. It would help me out more. And also click that bell notification button and like. And if you want to share this to someone to see if they're actually interested in watching me create stuff with a 3D pen, 3D printer, or other things that I may be interested, you know, may show of interest in the future, like carpentry, blacksmithing, leatherworking, a bunch of other stuff. Because this is my crafting channel. And also, too, I will be restoring toys here and there. Again, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a good one now and take care and stay safe.